Hello everyone, myself Himani Sharma from RPIIT campus. In today's class, I discuss about the demography cycle. In previous class, I discussed about the introduction of the demography, their importance, and their common sources. Next is the demographic cycle. The population growth of any nation takes place according to the cycle. Stages of the demography cycle are: first is the stationary stage. High birth and high death rate are the characteristic features of this stage. The birth and death rates act with the respect to each other in a specific position. So the population remains stable. Second is the early expanding stage. The death rate begins to fall while the birth rates continue at or near to the maximum, resulting in increase the population. Next is the third late expanding stage. The birth rate begins to decline, but the population continue to grow because the birth rate is still higher than the death rate. Next is the low stationary storage. The stage, the population again become the stationary with the low birth and low death rate. That is, overall population remains constant. Next is the declining stage. The population declines because death rate exceeds the birth rate. So there are the 5 stages of the demographic cycles: high stationary stage, early expanding stage, late expanding stage, low the stationary stage, and the declining stage. This is the graph for the stages of the demographic cycles. There are the stage 1, that is birth rate is high and death rate is high. In the second stage, there are the birth rate is high but the death rate is falls rapidly. And in case of third stage, there are the birth rate is falling but a death rate is the more slowly. And in case of stage 4, there are the birth rate is low and also the death rate is also low. And in case of the stage 5, there are the rising again the birth rate but the death rate is low. Next topic is the family planning. In 1971, WHO defining the family planning is a way of thinking and living that adopted voluntarily on the basis of the knowledge, attitude, and responsible decision by the individuals and couples in order to promote the health and welfare of the family group and thus contribute effectively to the social development of a country. Objectives: to avoid the unwanted birth and to bring about the wanted birth, to regulate the intervals between each pregnancy and to control the time at which birth occur in relation to the parent's age, and to determine the number of children in a family. So these are all the objectives of the family planning. Next is the effort made in the past. In the ancient India, peoples preferred the large families due to certain social and religious obligations. The Rig Veda says a man with many children succeeds to the miseries. Beginning of the 20th century, Professor R.D. Karwa started the birth control clinic and the contraceptive centers at Mumbai. So these all are the demographic stages, and also in this class we discuss about the family planning and their objectives and effort to made in the past and the stages of the demographic cycle. Thank you for watching.